Hello, everyone, and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain. And today, sit a while, for we are playing some more Franchise Hockey Manager 7 with my Tampa Bay Lightning Historical Challenge. Alright, and we have been challenged so far. It hasn't always been easy, and I don't think it's necessarily going to get any better this season, I'm afraid to say. Probably not a great way to start the video by, saying we might not be able to do all that great this season, but just trying to keep it real. So what's going on is that a lot of my players, offensive players, have regressed. So that gives me a team that is pretty well balanced, but we are definitely lacking some superstar talent in here. So I'm not sure how that's going to pan out here. Um, yeah, I just don't know. I also have many defensemen now, so you know how I always like to put some demon on my team. Well, we have a lot of them now, so maybe it's time to sacrifice a few or something to try to get a little bit of an offensive talent. We're not gonna look at that here today. We're gonna go ahead and get right in the thick of things. I still kind of want to see how the team is gonna play before I make any changes or anything like that. But for sure, we did lose some talent here, so we're gonna go ahead and click on continue. Oh yeah, that's true. Now there's the protection list. I'm definitely losing some defensemen through that. Alright, let's ask the assistant. Oh, he wants to protect Johan Edberg and expose Jeff Hackett instead. Oh, wait. What? Avlid is not developing, so I am going to unprotect him and get Karpovtsev back. Alright. So we're exposing Maxim Sushinsky, Gavy. Oh man, there's a... Like Lacanen, I'd like to keep Lacanen. Man. It's not easy. I have too many good defensemen. Well, good. Not superstars, but I have a lot of decent defensemen. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna go with that. Oh man. Alright, let's see what happens. Then again, I can, maybe get a player because, like, Sushinsky, I was going to have start in the NHL, so, like, if I lose him, I can definitely pick somebody, and I guess we'll see. Alright, so the 1997 Nhl Season Preview. So with the National Hockey League season about to get underway, the early Stanley Cup favorites appear to be Detroit, led by defenseman Nicklas Lidstrom. General manager Brian Murray has built a squad that will be the team to beat this year, but they can expect challenges from Pierre Paget's Colorado Avalanche and New York, featuring defenseman Brian Leach. Among the dark horses, Pittsburgh stands out as a possible challenger with a big season by Mario Lemieux, capable of pushing them into contender status. The scoring race will likely see Pittsburgh's Mario Lemieux challenged by Jaromir Jagr of Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh's Ron Francis. So the scoring race is going to be in Pittsburgh among themselves, apparently. The top defenseman in the league is generally considered to be Detroit Red Wings blue liner Nick Lidstrom, with New York's Brian Leetch and Al McInnes of Calgary also in the running. Finally, among goaltenders, Buffalo's Dominic Hasek stands out as the league's best, while New Jersey Devils netminder Martin Brodeur and Patrick Roy of Montreal can also steal games for their teams. Alright, we are not mentioned anywhere. Yet again. Alright, yeah, that's not gonna be fun here. Jeff Hackett, we're gonna lose Jeff Hackett. I'm okay with that. He really hasn't been playing all that great the last 2 seasons, and I'm more than okay with Edberg as the backup, as little as my backups have been playing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do pick until human and then see everything that we've lost. Alright, so Jeff Hackett was picked up by the Sharks. Look at that. Ron Tugnut goes to the Mighty Ducks. Craig Billington goes to Washington. Yanni Lakanen, so we lost Lakanen as well. He's going with the Hurricanes. Marcus Ragnarsson goes to the Flames. Ron Extall goes to the Islanders. Yevgeny Nemesnikov to the Buffalo Sabres. Dave Reed with Ottawa. Yuri Slegger with Phoenix. Yaroslav Modry with Toronto. Bob Probert with the Canucks. Alex Selivanov with the Panthers. Jeff Norton with Boston. Kevin Miller with the Kings. Peter Popovich with Chicago. And now let's see what's left there. Oh, I could bring Kevin Lowe back. I do need some forwards, so maybe I just pick Craig Conroy up. I'm going to pick Craig Conroy. He was an honest player, not a superstar or anything, but he could play. So we lost Drew Bannister as well. He's going to go with the Red Wings. Rudy Postchick with the Devils, Rick Tabarachi with the Oilers, Eric Lacroix with St. Louis, Joey Kosher with Montreal, Igor Matsushkin with the Flyers, Turner Stevenson with Dallas, Martin Steiniger with Pittsburgh, Bob Airy goes with the Rangers, Drew Bannister in Detroit, and David Wilkie goes with the Colorado Avalanche. Alright, so now let's see what's the situation here. Okay. I think I'm fine with that. Yeah. Lots of right wingers. And we have Craig Conroy. Yeah, hopefully he gets a little bit better than that, but he's able to play. He's at 10 in several teams. He's on an expiring contract, so I guess I get to decide during the season if I want to bring him back or not. So not a bad pickup. I'm not too upset with that. Of course, I lost Hackett. Oh, that's why. Okay, I only have one goaltender. I think I might send down Jamie Wright. Now I'm gonna recall our buddy Johan Edberg. There you go. Oops. We should be set, I believe. Yeah, 23, 2 goaltenders, 7 D-man, 14 forwards. That's how I like it. Alright. The regular season starts tomorrow. Alright, so looks like October is going to be fairly busy, which is a little bit surprising given that usually October is a light month. That might, excuse me, that might mean that we're gonna have a little bit of an easier time later down the road. So we're gonna start with 3 games at home before hitting the road for a few. And the first team that we are going to face is the Carolina Hurricanes. Right, so the Hurricanes are going to be without Jeff Sanderson. He's hurt. And in net they have Osgood and Burke. That's pretty good. Kesmer, McCabe, Patrick, Weinrich, Zalewski, Yanni Lakanen, who they've just picked up from us. Jeff Brown, Adam Burt, Tverdovsky, Bartoloni. Oh, God, it's all demon there. Craven, Marlowe, Modine, Poulin, Petrovicki, Castles, Janssens, Doan, Gregg, Karpov, McCarthy, and Moger. So not the best team there. And one thing that I forgot to check, as I typically do forget. There you go. Alright, so change a little bit in leadership with the team. So Ryan Smith is my captain, and the assistants are going to be Vili Peltonen and Teppo Numminen. Alright, so let's go. Go Lightning, go. We can do this. Maybe. Alright, so looks like, okay, Ruchin with Gary and Smith, Alik with Peltonen and Titov, and Craig Conroy with Valerie Bourré and Mike Greer. Bergevin with Numminen, Chambers with Zvela, and Ozolinsh with Mironov. Alright. So, Carolina forgot to change their jerseys. They're still going to play with the Weathers jersey, apparently. So, Chris Osgood is going to be the goaltender for Carolina, and we are going to go with Nikolai Abibulin. It is the start of a new season. Hopefully we can win the cup this year, so that we can say that we've beat this challenge. And we start the season with a pretty good 1-0 victory. So not a whole lot of offense, but we did win. So we outshot... Excuse me, my throat is killing me. We've outshot Carolina 34-29. Nikolai Abibulin first star of the game, 29 saves in the W and the shutout. Yanni Lakanen, former Tampa Bay Lightning, is the second star, and then Brian Bradley is the third star with an assist. Game was in Tampa Bay. We had 15,126 people in attendance for this game. Right, so we had to wait all the way till late in the third period to see our only goal, and it was newcomer Teppo Numminen who scored, short-handed nonetheless, from Brian Bradley and German Titov, and that is our game winner there, right there. 1-0 victory. Oh, alright, well, we pick up pretty much where we've left off. And especially if you've been also following the random debut that I have with JT Dutch, where we are both very puzzled about what's going on with all those injuries there for our team. It's only a day to the injury. We should be good. Alright, now we have a day off before we play against the New Jersey Devils. Still at home. Alright, so Kirk McLean and Robert Shestad, who's been so good against us in those playoffs, they are both on waivers. I'm not going to pick them up. Bill Lindsay in Dallas is suspended. He's going to miss 2 games. And Jagger is hurt in Pittsburgh. He's going to miss 3 weeks. Got hurt against the Kings. Alright, so... go. Right, so the Devils are in town. They have not played so far this season, so no record to report. Let's take a look at their team. So Jeff Friesen is not going to play. He is hurt. In net, it's Martin Brodeur and Shvestov. So, of course, Brodeur is 5 stars. Roman Amerlik, whom I traded to the Devils for Bill Guerin, Rushan Soleil, Jason Smith, Scott Stevens, Chris Phillips, Tommy Albeline, Bruce Driver, Scott Niedermeyer, and Rudy Postchek. So, a whole lot of D-men there as well. Bozon, Chorsky, Zelipukin, Kapanen, John Skrudlin, Yell, Sikara Basson, Claude Lemieux, John McLean, and Stéphane Richer are on the team. Alright, hopefully we can beat them. Of course, they're going to have Brodeur in net, so he can steal a game whenever he wants. So Brodeur in net for them. We're going to go with Abibulin, who, of course, has a fire now with that shutout. And it's our turn to be shut out. We lost 2-0 to the Devils here in game number 2. Alright, so probably not a whole lot to see here. We were outshot 34-28. Brodeur the first star, Robert Zvelos the second star of the game, and Scott Niedermeyer was the third star with 2 assists. We had 16,852 people in attendance for this game. Devils scored in the first period and in the second. And there was a fight between Bill Guerin and Rudy Postchek in the third period. Oh my. Alright, so it does look like it's going to be tough to score goals. And Aaron Gailey is hurt, so we're already going to need to look into our... Oh, he's day-to-day. We're fine. Gary Sutter has obtained 500 assists in his career against that happened against Colorado. Got an assist in that game. Gary Sutter is 33. He is a 2.5-star player. Big game for Luc Robitaille with the Canucks. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Mighty Ducks. All right. Suspension for Mark Gregg. He is going to miss 2 games. Now we're hosting the Buffalo Sabres. Now Buffalo is 2-0, so they are first in the East. We are 1-1. So we played 2 games, and there's been a grand total of 3 goals scored in those 2 games, if you combine both teams. Alright, so we're playing another 5-star goaltender, unless they play Yegorov there. Matthias Olun is hurt, so he's not going to play. So Ashek and Yegorov in net. Bill Older, Al Iafrate and his big slap shot. Grant Ledyard, Doug Bodger, Keith Carney, John Slaney, Petr Svoboda, Nemesnikov on D. Then Dave Andreychuk, Bill Berg, Brad May, Jay Pandolfo, Steve Sullivan, Rob Zemuner, Jason Weimer, Biggs, Olzinger, LaFontaine, Capuche, Audette, and Alright. Come on. We need to beat them. Alright, so Greer. Alright. So Dominic Hasek is going to be in net for... Oh, dear God. Buffalo has not allowed a goal so far this season. Hasek has 2 games played, 2 wins, 2 shutouts. Alright, so we have Abibulin in net. Come on. Oh, yeah, and we won 3-0. So the 3 games we have played so far have ended up as a shutout. And it was 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. So obviously the next game is going to be 4-0 for somebody, right? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, we outshot Buffalo 40-18. Maxim Sushinsky was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Bobby Olik was the second star with an assist, and Teppo Numinen was the third star with a goal. 15,962 people in attendance for this game. All right, so German Sitov opened up the scoring in the first period from Vili Peltonen and Bobby Olik. It was 1-0 Tampa Bay here after 1. Then in the second period, Maxim Sushinsky scored from Valery Bourré and Mike Greer. 2-0 Tampa Bay after 2. Then in the third period, Teppo Numinen scored in an empty net from Mikael Anderson and Maxim Sushinsky. It was a 3-0 game, and obviously, that's how the game ended, with a 3-0 win. Red light stays on for Rod Brennamore, who had 3 goals and 2 assists against Phoenix. And Sean Chambers says all systems go. So Chambers is completely recovered from his injury. So we only have Aaron Gailey with a sore Achilles. Alright, so we have a few days off here, 3 days off before we play against the Hawks in Chicago. Oh, Andrei Bashkirov is available on waivers. Alaya Frady is available. Don Biggs and Mika Nieminen. Yeah, I don't need Alaya Frady. I already have more D-man that I know what to do with. Alright, so Bill Lindsay is back from suspension in Dallas. And Peter Forsberg is out 5 weeks with an herniated disc suffered against Boston. That's going to hurt the Avalanche, I would think. Right, and now one more click, and then we're going to be in Chicago, just like that. Ray Shepard has a memorable game. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Stars. In that same game, Yzerman had 4 assists, so pretty good game for him as well. Mario Lemieux got his 1000th assist in his career against Montreal. Good job, Mario. 3 goals and 2 assists in that game. He is 32, still a 5-star player. And of course, we just saw that he had 3 goals and 2 assists. And Martin Straka in that same game had 4 assists. Alright, so we are about to play in Chicago against the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are 1-1 this season. And they are going to be without Ed Belfour. Oh, Belfour is hurt, so that's going to help us, hopefully. And Rob Brown is also hurt and not going to play. Alright, so in net it's going to be Fabrice Langui, a French native goaltender, and Garrett Snow. Gustafsson, Kravchuk, Marchment, Zuzin, Popovich, Chelios, Lachance, Rafalski, and Davidov on D. Then Carpenter, Hudson, Janssen, Matto, Tembievs, Dano Grimson, McCammon, Ronick, who is unfit, Shantz, Krivokrasov, and Vlasak. Oh god, that offense is terrible. Wow. Come on, let's give them a big push here, because tomorrow's game is going to be a lot tougher. We're going to be playing against the Red Wings. Alright, so Abby Boulin is in net for us. Garrett Snow is in net for Chicago. And it's a tie, 1-1. So again, not a whole lot of scoring going on in our games. I think that's going to be kind of our motto here. We're not going to be scoring many goals. So we outshot Chicago 37-30. Stefan Matto was the first star of the game with a goal. Mikael Anderson was the second star with a goal as well. And Jeremy Roenick was the third star with an assist. Both goals were scored in the first period. So Mikael Anderson scored on the power play from Alexander McGillney and Mark Bergevin. And then Matto tied the game short 6 minutes and 10 seconds later. It was tied at 1 after 1. Then nobody scored the rest of the way. So that's a 1-1 tie. So Gerald Deduck is hurt with the Canucks. No, sorry. I was thinking about different things here. Deduck is not suspended. I repeat, there are no injuries in Vancouver to Gerald Deduck. You can save that card and not tear it apart. He is still playing. All right. So we are now in Detroit to play against the Red Wings. Red Wings are undefeated. They are 3-0 this season. All right, Martin Lapointe is hurt. He's not going to play this game. So in net, they have Byron Dafoe and Vincent Riendo. Nick Lidstrom on D. Yves Ressin, Dick Tarnstrom, Jeff Finlay, Francis Cabarelli, Steve Chiasson, Skopintsev, as well. Then Tony Arcus, Kozlov, Raglan, Isabart, Bordolo, Fyodorov, Primo, Selinger, Iserman, Cicerelli, Drake, Green, Shepard, and Voda up front. Oh, there's still a lot of talent on that team. There is no denying that. Alright, so... Oh, we're going to go with the Moose. Johan Edberg is going to get his first start here, and he is going to face Byron Defoe. Not exactly the first start that Johan Edberg was wishing for, I'm sure. We got torched 7-2. Detroit outshot us 36-22. Ray Shepard was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and 2 assists. Sergei Fyodorov was the second star with 4 assists. And Vyacheslav Kozlov was the third star with 2 goals and 2 assists. So Detroit scored 3 times in the first period, and they were up 3-0 after 1. Then in the second period, Mikael Anderson scored from Brian Bradley and Vili Peltonen. It was 3-1 Detroit after 2, so it looked, not great, but not too bad. Then Detroit scored twice in the third period, made it 5-1. Then Bobby Olick scored from Bill Guerin and Ryan Smith. It was 5-2, and then Detroit added 2 more, and yeah, that's a game to forget here. A night to remember for Sergei Fyodorov. Yeah, he had 4 assists. We saw that. Mark Gregg is back from suspension with Carolina, and Aaron Gailey is ready for more drills and should be back soon. All right, so we have 4 days off, and then we're going to play in Florida against the Panthers. All right, Jamie Baker is available on waivers, and so is Fabrice Langy. Yeah, I guess Belfour is back, huh? Matushkin is suspended in Philadelphia. He's going to miss 6 games. Andrew Castles is not suspended. A night to remember for Mario Lemieux. He had 4 goals and an assist against Carolina. And Streka had 4 assists again in that same game. Chad Kilger is hurt with the Canucks. He's going to miss 10 months. Oh boy. See you next year, Chad. And Aaron Gailey is getting close to be back. Sergei Fyodorov is day-to-day, so he may or may not be out of the lineup. Memorable night for Pavel Bure with the Kings. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against the Suns. And Gailey is almost back here. We still have a couple of days off, so he should be back in time for the game against the Panthers, I would think. Maybe. Yes, there was no stopping Teemu Selanne with Phoenix. He had a hat-trick against the Blackhawks. Yanni Lakanen got suspended in Carolina. He's going to miss 7 games. Wow. He sure didn't play like that with us. Alright, and 1 more day off. And we are now in Florida to play against the Panthers. Panthers are winless this season. They are 0-2-2. That's good for 12th in the East. Right, so Bob Rouse is hurt, so he's not going to be playing this game. And neither are Richard Schmelik and Bobby Dallas, so they are both hurt as well. In net, it's Blaine Laker and Klaus Dalpiaz. Yeah, that's not very good. Is that Peter Anderson? Yeah, Peter Anderson, Kenny Janssen, Steve Smith, Sherivayev, Craig Wallanen, Rhett Warner. Oh my god. They are not very good. Anderson, Johnson, Paul Carrier, Dingman, Topetzi, Daniels, Steen, Prokopiev, Korkom, Shelberg, Jerome McGinley, Nicholas Sundstrom, and Alex Selivanov. So the offense is starting slowly to take form here. Even then, there's a lot of holes, but they have Paul Carrier and they have Jerome McGinley. Those are pretty strong bases to build a team on. Right, and we are going back to Nikolai Abibulin for this game, and we are going to face Klaus Dalpiaz. And I'm sure I'm massacring this name pretty heavily. Alright, and oh dear God, we lost 6-1. And the Panthers didn't look very good at all. We were outshot 35-22. Nicholas Sundstrom was the first star of the game with a goal and 2 assists. Bob Korkum was the second star with 3 assists. And Sherivayev was the third star with 2 assists. Alright, so the Panthers scored in the first period. It was 1-0 at that point. Then they added 3 more in the second period, made it 4-0. Then in the third period, Bobby Uddick scored from Teppo Numminen and Vili Peltonen. It was 4-1 at that point. The Panthers added 2 more, and forget it. We got torched again, 6-1. That's not good. I knew we wouldn't be like a super crazy strong team, but that's 2 massacres in a row. Scott Mellenby is suspended with the Oilers. He's going to miss 5 games. And it's not going to get any better. We are about to host the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Pittsburgh is 4-2-2 this season. That's good for second in the East. Alright, so Jagger is hurt. He's not going to play. Ulf Samuelsson is hurt. He's not going to play. And Martin Steininger is hurt. He's not going to play. Now, who is going to play is Tom Barrasso and Mezzine and net. Paul Laus, Pavel Kubina, Todd Simpson, Jan Moran, Larry Murphy, Jason York on D. Sean McEachern, Marcus Naslund, Kevin Stevens, Martin Straka, Tim Sweeney, Guy Carbonneau, Yuri Dopita, Mario Lemieux, Stacy Roost, Ron Francis, Joe Mullen, Vladimir Tsiplikov, Mick Vukota, Tommy Westlund, and Peter Sikora up front. That's still a decent team. Won't be easy. All right, we're going to go back to Abibulin. They are going with Andre Mezzine. And we lost 4-1. We always struggle in October. I don't know what it is with that month. Our players are all slow starters, I guess. We were outshot 42-31. Mario Lemieux was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals. Ron Francis was the second star with 2 assists. And Joe Mullen was the third star with a goal and an assist. We had 15,495 people in attendance for the game. Pittsburgh scored 3 times in the first period. We were down 3-0, then they made it 4-0 in the second period, and then Alexander Mogilny scored on the power play from Robert Zvela and Mark Bergevin. 4-1 Pittsburgh at that point, and that's how the game ended. Not good, not good. And now we are in New Jersey to play against the Devils. Devils have yet to lose this season. They are 5-0-1. Which is good for 4th in the East. We have lost the only game we played against the Devils this season. It was a 2-0 loss here at the start of the calendar. We're going to send Johan Edberg in net. They are going to go with Martin Brodeur. Come on, Lightning. We need to bounce back here. And we lost 3-2. Yikes. Right. Oh, we played better than them too. Stupid trap. We outshot them 27-19. John McLean was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Ryan Smith was the second star with a goal. And Sami Kapanen was the third star with 2 goals. Alright, so Devils scored in the first. They scored in the second. So after 2, they were up 2-0. Another Bill Guerin and Rudy Postcheck fight in the second period this time. Then in the third period, New Jersey made it 3-0. Then Mike Greer scored from Teppo Numminen, and then Ryan Smith from Mark Bergevin. It was 3-2 with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go, but we just couldn't tie the game. Who is this guy? Oleg Kmil. Khomayal. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, obviously. Well, he's on waivers. Vyacheslav Kozlov extends his assist streak to 8 games with an assist against Carolina. And Mike Modano got 600 points in his career. Got a goal against Toronto. Modano is 27, and he is a 4.5-star player. So we have 2 days off, and then we're going to play in Philadelphia for our next game. Strong night for Jamie Langenbrunner, who plays with Ottawa. He had a hat-trick against the Stars. Memorable game for Teemu Selanne. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Sharks. And Matt Sundin is suspended in Colorado. He's going to miss 6 games. So they are without Forsberg and Sundin at the moment. And of course, they're nowhere to be seen on our schedule. Alright, so Doug Friedman in St. Louis is suspended. He's going to miss 4 games. Vyacheslav Kozlov extends his assist streak to 9 games. He had an assist against the Blues. Strong game for Brian Leetch. He had 4 goals against Carolina. Pretty good. And Craig Conroy is feeling better. I'll be honest, I had no idea he was hurt. I didn't check there. He has a jammed finger. Alright, so we're going to be in Philadelphia to play the Flyers. They are 5-2-2. That's good for 4th in the East. Alright, so Darren Van Imp is hurt for the Flyers, and so is Eric Lindros. So Lindros and Van Imp not playing this game, and neither is Matushkin. He is still suspended. So in net, they have Damian Rhodes and Michael Sandberg. Gary Gatti, Kevin Otter, Chris Turian, Matushkin, Nadur, Dandano, and Peterson on D. That's not all that great. Berezin, DeMaio, Podine, Brennan Moore, Johnson, Koivu, Bernie Nichols, Dave Scatchard, Yevstukin, Paulson, Campbell, Recchi, Renberg, and Walls. Pretty good offense in Philadelphia. The D and the goaltending is not that great. Are we going to be able to score some goals? I don't know. Bibulin is in net for us, and Damian Rhodes is in net for the Flyers. And we lost 4-1. That's terrible. Wow, look at that. We outshot them 22-19, so again, we didn't get the goaltending. Mark Recchi was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. Gary Galley was the second star with a goal and 2 assists. And Sean Podine was the third star with an assist. Flyers scored twice in the first period. They were up 2-0. Then Bill Guerin scored in the second period unassisted. It was 2-1. Then the Flyers scored 2 more times in the third period, and we lost 4-1. That's tough. I'm going to need to find a way to boost my offense a little bit. I kind of identified that as something that would suck for this year, and so far I was right. We have a lot of problems scoring goals. Vyacheslav Kozlov's assist streak ended at 9 games. Didn't get a point there against Anaheim. Craig Conroy is back, so of course now we get a big boost of offense. Alright, next game is in Boston against the Bruins. Bruins are 5-5, which is good for 5th in the East. Alright, so Boston have 2 injuries that are playable, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. So Ray Bourque and Adam Oates, wow. So Andy Moog and Stalankov in net, Sutton, Sweeney, Wesley, Norton, Bourque, Clem, Murphy, and Pitlick on D. That's not too bad at all. Donato, Van Allen, Zoltak, Stampel, Juno, Oates, Smolinski, Pucher, Cherkowski, Denmarsh, Hines, Marshall, and Glenn Murray. That's a pretty well-balanced team. Oh, it's going to be tough again. Bibulin in net for us. Andy Moog in net for Boston. And we won 4-0. All right, so we have 3 wins this season. All 3 wins were shutouts. So it appears that if we give up a goal, forget it. We're not winning. All right, we were outshot 32-24 in that game. Abby Bullen got a shutout, first star, 32 saves. Steve Richin was the second star with 3 assists, and Alexander McGillney was the third star with 2 goals. All right, so nobody scored in the first. Then in the second period, Alexander McGillney scored from Brian Bradley and Steve Richin. Then Bill Guerin from Robert Zvella and Steve Richin. 2-0 Tampa Bay at that point. There was a fight between John Clem and Bobby Olick. Then in the third period, Bill Guerin scored from Steve Richin and Ryan Smith, and Alexander McGillney from Mikael Anderson and Mark Bergevin. It was a 4-0 victory for Tampa Bay that we absolutely needed here before things were going even further out of hand. New Jersey's Jan Benda is suspended. He's going to miss 6 games. And Kevin Lowe played in his 1,250th game for the Blues. He didn't get a point. 38 years old, Kevin Lowe is still a 2-star defenseman in the league, apparently. And yeah, we're about to face the Rangers. Rangers are 7-1-2. That's good for first in the East. Now the Rangers is the team that eliminated us in the last playoffs. Darren Turcotte is hurt. He's not going to play. And Brett Edikan is also hurt and also not going to play. Right, in net, it's Corey Hirsch and Mike Richter, Eric Cairns, Edikan, Leach, Wilson, Bukeboom, Kasparidis, and Zubov on D. P. Axelson, Jeff Courtnall, Adam Graves, Chris King, Mark Messier, Bob Airy, Joe Zizik, Chris Ferraro, Doug White, Tony Amante, Ty Domi, Mike Gartner, which B. Sutter is it? Brent Sutter and Alex Kovalev. Wow. Oh, won't be easy. Let's go, guys. We can do it. We can do this. Right, Abby Bullen, and Richter in net for this game. We lost 2-1. Rangers outshot us 31-26. Mark Messier was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Bill Guerin was the second star with a goal. And Darius Kasparidis was the third star with a goal as well. All right. So Rangers scored first in the second period. It was 1-0 Rangers after 2. Then Bill Guerin tied the game in the third period from Mikael Anderson. But then just past the midway point of the third period, the Rangers scored and they kept the lead. So we lost that 2-1. Ooh, that's going to hurt Carolina. Carolina lost Chris Osgood for 5 months. It's really rare that you see goaltenders in this game get big injuries like that. It doesn't happen often. Alright, and now looks like we have a day off before we host the Kings. Kirk Muller played in his 1000th game in his career, celebrated that with a goal and an assist. That happened against Ottawa, and Kirk Muller is 31, and he's still a 3-star player. Alright, so the Kings are in town. They have the exact same record as us, which is sadly 3-7-1. Rob Blake is hurt, so he's not going to play this game. Kelly Rudy and Tammy are in net. Zitnik, Morris, McSarty, Shodin, Sidar, Koivisto on D. Then Magnus Arvidsson, Donnelly, Granato, Murray, Reichel, Tupal, Eliash, Gretzky, Marchand, Barkov, Otto, Pavel Buri, Yari Curry, Thomas Sandstrom, and Miller up front. Looks like Gretzky is on the verge of exploding with a great game or something. He's barely a point per game. Alright, so Kelly Rudy in net for the Kings. We're going to go with Abby Bullen. And it's a 6-3 win. Finally, a W. All right, so Tampa Bay is finished on top of the shots, 36-31. Ryan Smith was the first star of the game with a hat trick, 3 goals. Sean Chambers was the second star with 3 assists, and Teppo Numminen was the third star with 2 assists. 14,767 people in attendance for the game. Mike Greer opened up the scoring in the first from Aaron Gavey and Sean Chambers, then Mikael Anderson from Robert Zvilla and Sean Chambers, and then Ryan Smith from Teppo Numminen and Steve Richin. 3-0 Tampa Bay at that point. Then the Kings scored, and it was 3-1 after 1. Then in the second period, the Kings scored, made it 3-2, but then Ryan Smith scored from Teppo Numminen. It was 4-2 Tampa Bay. Then in the third period, Alexander McGillney scored from Brian Bradley and Mikael Anderson, and then Ryan Smith scored on the power play, completed his hat trick from Bill Guerin and Sean Chambers. It was 6-2. Then the Kings added one more goal, made it 6-3. Then in the third period, there was a fight between Bobby Olick and Warren Reichel. There we go. Oh dear God. We won, but at what cost? Bradley and Guerin are both hurt. Oh my. Oh, they're both day-to-day. Foot soreness and mild abdominal strain. Alright, so Ryan Smith lights the lamp. We saw that. Suspension over for Matushkin in Philadelphia, so he's going to be back in the lineup. And this is the last game of the month against Ottawa. So we're gonna be doing the 2D game here. James Patrick is available on waivers. I'm not gonna pick him up. Just curious, can he still play a role? Not really. All right. So we're going to be playing against Ottawa. Ottawa is 2-5-5. That's good for 11th in the East. We're going to be playing without Bill Guerin and Brian Bradley, though. So that means Craig Conroy and Maxim Sushinsky drawing for them. Now in Ottawa, they are without Lubomir Sekirach. And they have injuries to Andrei Nikolishin and Trent McCleary. Those are playable injuries. So in net, they have Darren Pupa and Mika Kiprusov. So Kiprusov is not developed yet. So the goaltending right now is not all that great. Chris Pronger, Frolov, Fokin, Shull, Tony Ludman, Doug Hoda on D. The D is not very good. Langenbrunner, Gerard Scaldi, Sylvain Turgeon, Dave Reed, Nikolishin, Bureau, Grattan, Robert Lang, Axel Yashin, Falk, Rasmussen, All McLeary, Verbeek, and Colt up front. Hopefully we can win that. Alright, and it is at home. So we are hosting the Suns here. And it's going to be Darren Pupa in net for Ottawa, and we're going to go with a Bibelin. Alright, it's been a while since I've done that. Oh, see, they changed that. That's why I like to take a look at that. All right. All right, well, go Lightning go. We are in black, of course. Oh, Robert Zvella took his penalty already for hooking. All right. Yeah, so we already have to kill a penalty. Is it just me, or our fast is slower than it used to be? I might have to put it on very fast at this rate. Alright, so the penalty is over. Yeah, I think I might need to put it on faster than that. I just hope it's not too fast. So, well, let's see. Oh yeah, that's what it used to be. Oh, I see. It kind of slows down when there's something going on a little bit more or something, it looks like. Okay. Alright, so we scored. Vili Peltonen scored from Steve Richin. And finally, Sandis Ozolin. Wow, Ozolin has been a bust. I went and got him for offense, and he's struggling to get points. But we are up 1-0 here in the first period with 15-20 left to go here in the first period in Tampa Bay. Alright, come on, come on. Oh, God. That was a weak shot. Alright. Puck is out of play, 11:21 left to go in the first period. Oh, McGillney here. And nothing's going on really, just a weak shot. Sergei Fokin took a penalty for the Sens. So we are now going on the power play with 9:20 left to go in the first period. Oh, we're on the power play and Ottawa is dictating the play. That's not good. Oh, come on. That's a stop. Come on. Oh, they stole the puck. All right, 6:20 left to go in the first period here. Tampa Bay is still up 1-0 here against the Senators. Yeah, the action is slower than it used to be. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh God, McGillney got like 3 shots right there, but he couldn't score. Another stop here for Pupa. Alright, first period is getting closer and in here with 1:30 left to go in the first. Still 1-0 for the Lightning. And it's a goal! Alright, Maxim Sushinsky scored from Steve Richin and Aaron Gavey, and it is a 2-0 lead for the Lightning, who score with 17 seconds left to go in the first period. 2-0 for the Lightning. Alright, so Pupa got 16 shots. Abby Woolen only got 5. And let's go on with the second period here. Oh my. Lots of players on him. Oh, McGillney with a... Every time I do those 2D games, McGillney always seems to be having like a bunch of breakaways that he cannot score on. Right, 15:37 left to go in the second period, with the Lightning up 2-0 on the Ottawa Senators. Teppo Numminen took a penalty. Now we have to kill a penalty here. Oh, me and my cursor in the middle of the screen. Alright, so the penalty is about to expire. Bibulin with the stop. 20 seconds left to go on the power play for the Sens. And it's over. Alright. Come on, buddy. Alright. Valerie Bure took a penalty here. We have to kill another penalty. 9:09 left to go in the second period. We are still up 2-0. Really not a whole lot going on here. 6:35 left to go in the second period. We are still up 2-0. Alright. Come on, go score a goal. Do something. Come on, little square. I was gonna say little guy. That's not a guy, that's a square. 2:45 left to go in the second period. Alright. 2:20. 1:46 left to go in the second. 1:28 left to go in the second. Last minute of play here in the second period. Dernière minute de jeu dans la deuxième période. Alright, second period comes to an end. 26 shots on Pupa, Oh, 23 on Abibulin. They ramped it up here in the second period. Alright, third period is on the way. 2-0 Lightning on the Sands here. And keep in mind, we are without Bill Guerin and Brian Bradley. So I'm just going to be content with a win, really. I don't care if we don't score any more goals. I mean, obviously it would be good to score more, but we've just lost 2 of our top 6 in the same game. McGillney has the puck. He has 3 guys on him. Controls the puck still. Oh, that's a stop. Alright, 14:23 left to go in the third period. Still 2-0 Lightning against the Senators. Come on, Bourré. If only you could develop as good as your brother. No. Alright, we have the puck yet again, but that's an... Oh, I thought it was going to be an icing, but it was not. 7:31 left to go in the third period. We are still up by 2 goals. Nope. Not a whole lot going on, that's for sure. The third period is going by smoothly. Alright, 2:50 left to go in the third. $155. Oh my god. Yeah, not the most exciting game here. 2-0, 1:05 left to go. Oh yeah, they pulled the goaltender. I see 6 white squares on that ice. And it's the end of the game. We couldn't score in the empty net. So 2-0 victory. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. Shots were equal, 35 apiece. Nikolai Abibulin first star of the game with 35 saves and the shutout. Pat Verbeek was the second star with no points, and Steve Richin was the third star with 2 assists. Both goals were scored in the first period. Vili Peltonen from Steve Richin and Sandis Ozalinch, and Maxim Sushinsky from Steve Richin and Aaron Gavey, and 2-0 is the final score today. Oh, and Peltonen is day-to-day with an injury, so I guess it's okay. A bunch of day-to-day injuries. Let's see what happens here. If one of them is playable before our next game, because it's on November 5th, so we have like a week. Alright, so Mike Rossetti is available on waivers, and so is Jan Benda. Scott Menenby is back from suspension in Edmonton, back in the lineup. Friedman is back from suspension in St. Louis. No suspension for Daryl Shannon in Washington. And Brian Bradley may be able to play soon. It is October 30th. It is now October 31st. Alright, not gonna look at that. Brian Bradley on the brink of returning. That'd be great. And one more click to be on November 1st. Hurricanes, Dan Kesmer is suspended. He's going to miss one game. Yanni Lokanen is back from suspension for the Hurricanes as well. Brian Bradley is back. Bill Guerin feeling better. And the player of the month goes to Mike Richter and Brian Leach of the Rangers. I guess the Rangers were that much better than everybody else. They got both honors. Alright, so we didn't start very good, and we're not playing 500. We're 5-7-1. We're 7th in the East, tied with a bunch of teams. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we need to do better. We're going to be starting the month of November on the road for that California trip. So that's probably not going to be super easy. So that's the standings here in the East. In the West, Detroit is first. Colorado, Phoenix is having a pretty good start. Chicago, Vancouver, Dallas, San Jose is doing not too bad. And Edmonton, and the worst team in the league is the Mighty Ducks with 2 wins and 11 losses. Alright. Let's take a look at our stats. Of course, we have a couple. Oh no, they're not on. They're all here, so we should be able to see. Alright, so of course we haven't been scoring many goals, so we don't have any point per game guys or anything like that. Our best player is Mikael Anderson with 7 points in 13 games. Then a bunch of 6 points, and there's nothing really all that incredible to look at here. Now for our goalies, yeah, Edberg played not very good at all. But Abby Boudin's been pretty rock solid. Alright, and now in the entire league, the best goal scorer is Ray Shepard with 12 goals. Doug Waite is the best passer with 15 assists, and Ray Shepard is the best scorer with Mario Lemieux with 22 points each. And of course, we don't have anybody there. We have not been scoring goals nearly enough. And for goaltending, yeah, Abby Boudin has 4 shutouts. He leads the league. Goal saves above average. Abby Boulin is 9th, so that's pretty good. So Abby Boulin had a few really bad games, and then he had a bunch of shutouts, so it's really hard to say that he was really good, despite what the stats say, because it was really like, 2 different goaltenders almost. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. And hopefully in November we can steer the ship back in the right direction. We would need to win the Stanley Cup here sooner rather than later. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. As usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.